yo, why? Just tell me, do them doves cry? Huh? Just tell me why them doves cry. Why, yo, why? Huh? Why, yo, why? Just tell me, do them doves cry? Huh? Just tell me why them doves cry. Why, yo, why? Just tell me, do them doves cry? Huh? Just tell me why them doves cry. Why, yo, why? Somebody tell me. Somebody tell me. Why, yo, why? Just tell me, do them doves cry? Huh? Just tell me why them doves cry.
Play tight beat, but homie, I don't really care. I'm flaming anything and everything.
What it do, what it do? You already know what it is. It's your boy TW at Tw.GeezNews. What's happening? Shout out to all my newsies out there. We got some things going on. First and foremost, don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe to the channel. Now, before we get to the show, I just want to say we finally have a name for the platform. I repeat, we finally have a name for the platform. You ready? Here it is. I ain't telling you. Not yet. Time ain't right yet. Don't worry. It's here now. We here now. This ain't no joke. We ain't playing no more games. We ain't playing no more games. I'd like to send my appreciation out to everybody, first and foremost, for rocking with the channel. First and foremost, everybody that's left a message and or subscribed. Yes, thank you very much. I appreciate you. But we now have a name for the platform. But time ain't right yet. So we're going to continue with Tw.GeezNews just for now. Take it easy. Great things come to those who are patient. You better believe it. Anyway, what we got going on here right now, I'm going to take y'all into a look into El Salvador's prison, Cecot. It's time we take a personal look and see what's going on in there. There's all this frenzy about how they're being treated, this and that. I don't know how many of you actually took a look inside or at a news platform to show you how it looks inside that jail. But I decided I'm going to give you the first look on your own. You'll figure it out. What you think about this jail? I did watch it, and I must say, remember that saying in that Martin movie when he told old boy Deke, "Give me the diamond"? Don't nobody want to go to jail in Mexico. They put all types of burritos and tacos in yo. This right here, ladies and gentlemen, I don't think they're going to be putting no burritos and tacos inside of you, but I tell you one thing for certain, two things for sure. You don't want to go there. Cecot, El Salvador. Whoa. Shit just got real. But let's check it out. See what's happening. In Cecot. Yellow. For prison. Cecot in El Salvador. Let's continue.
Prison. This mega prison has a capacity of 40,000. Prisoners here are the most unsafe people you can even imagine.
How many people's lives have you ended? Is it
5 or 10. How many?
More than 50.
MS.
Is that right? Let's continue.
13 and many other gangs. These are animals. These aren't people.
Shit just got real.
They're psychopaths, sociopaths, the kind of people we have here.
We are about to see the worst of the worst. Welcome to Cecot.
The worst of the worst. Welcome to Cecot Prison.
The world's largest prison by capacity in El Salvador, which was constructed to imprison the highest profile criminals. Those who enter this prison are destined never to leave alive.
Let's think about this for a minute. Let's think about this just for 1 minute. He said those who are destined to enter this prison will never come back out alive. Those who are destined to enter this prison will never come back out alive. Let's continue.
There's no way out. How are you going to come out of this?
The reason why this small country of 6 million needs the largest prison is the gangs. Once dominating the country, these gangs faced a dramatic crackdown starting in March 2022. Under President Nayib Bukele's administration, over 70,000 individuals, about 2% of the country's adult population, were arrested within just 16 months. Buses transported thousands of chained gang members to Cecot in a tightly coordinated...
Insane. This is just the beginning. Insane.
nighttime operation. Sitting one behind the other, heads lowered, they looked like a single mass. Surrounded by armed guards, none of them dared to resist commands. Their life has changed in a day. In this documentary, we will interview one of them, one of the most ruthless gang leaders, known by the nickname Cecot.
10 minutes. You only have 10 minutes.
Built in 2022, this massive prison is made up of 8 separate modules spread over 410 acres of land. Each pair of modules is enclosed by 2 separate 3-meter-high walls with razor wire. The entire facility is surrounded by a towering 9-meter-high wall.
This is different. Shit.
With a 3-meter-high electric fence carrying 15,000 volts. 19 watchtowers are ensuring nothing escapes notice. The entire design doesn't just prevent escape, it erases the very idea of it. Hello.
Hello, we have permission from the presidency.
The soldiers stopped us. We're hoping this will be the last checkpoint. The jammers blocked all signals within a 2-kilometer radius of Cecot, completely cutting off all communication. Over 600 soldiers work only to secure the perimeter.
We are going to leave all of our belongings here before entering the prison. We will only carry our cameras and microphones, that's it.
Pass slowly. Look at the camera. The body scan.
I forgot my wedding ring on.
Well, that needs to be put away over there.
This high-capacity X-ray scanner even shows bone.
Look at this. Look at this. They have an X-ray scanner. Ain't no boofing. I'm sorry. I gotta say, because it is what it is. Bud, whatever you going on, no more. Nope. No boofing. No nothing. It's getting in this seat inside of you. They have a body scanner that they make see through your exoskeleton to see if you have anything stashed inside of your body. What? This is different.
And internal organs. It's mainly used to scan newcomers, ensuring no one tries to sneak in anything forbidden on their body before entering.
The inmates used to swallow some objects, or they would try to bring them in vaginally or anally. Micro SD memory cards, microchips, and not only that, even phone chargers.
Another thorough body.
Wait. A phone charger? Somebody try to boof a phone charger? Yo, dude. Shout out to them people that put phones and chargers in their rectum. You are a demon. Girl.
Search has been conducted.
Take off your shoes.
They even inspected inside our socks. It took us around 1 hour just to pass through security, even though we were invited as media after months of applying.
Guards are wearing masks because they're doing a risky job here. So if they get identified, it might be riskier for them to go to town centers because these gangs have a lot of connections. So they have to keep their identity secret. Why don't you wear a mask?
I have to talk to them face to face, looking them in the eye. They all.
Could you imagine? You in a prison and hell don't like this. They walking around with masks on. The guards.
Already know who I am.
We're in the registration room. This area is for inmates only. When a criminal is captured on the street.
Yo! Wait a minute. That's how they walk you around. This is how they walk you around.
They don't carry ID or give their real name. That's why their fingerprints and photographs are taken here to enroll in the system. Once they become a permanent part of Cecot, the inmates lose all contact with loved ones for the rest of their lives.
What? No pictures, no mail, no visits, no nothing. Forever. Tis. Let's continue.
As family visits are strictly forbidden. It's also important to note that a small number of innocent people were mistakenly imprisoned during the big crackdown. Because of the no-contact policy, their families have no idea where they are or if they are still alive. For some, this documentary could be their first chance to see a missing loved one.
Yo, if you was mistakenly snatched up in this situation and you're stuck inside of that, what do you do? Like, you heard what he just said? There was people mistakenly taken, and he hopes there's a chance one of their loved ones see them, if that's true.
Before entering the modules where the inmates are, we visit the armory of the prison. This section is a must in case of possible riots, and these convicts are the most unsafe people on Earth.
The type of firearm we use is a T65 rifle, similar to the M16 rifle. We also have this other firearm, which is a 12-gauge shotgun. A Sig Sauer rifle allows us to maneuver in spaces that are too tight to move.
Whenever criminals are arrested and dragged to the bus, various cuffs and chains are used to restrict their movements and minimize the risk of harm to officers.
Has there ever been a riot?
So far, there have been no escape attempts. We have the worst of the worst within criminal organizations here.
The riot gear consists of a head protection, a face shield, neck protection, an anti-trauma vest, leg protectors, shin guards, and of course, a shield.
Look how they got them just sitting there like that. This is crazy. This is crazy. Shit.
Generally, in the prisons, we see inmates invent any kind of handmade weapon, like awls or knives.
They are fully protected. You can see how he protects his feet. Since this prison is so large, we have to hop on this bus. We are entering the module area.
To keep the country safe, 1,000 staff members work inside Cecot.
It is impossible, but let's just imagine that an inmate get out of the fortress. These pebbles that you see are put here intentionally because when they walk on these pebbles, it works like an alarm system. It makes a noise, they cannot sneak away.
Have they tried?
They got all types of gadgets. They prepared. This is... I'm laughing, but it's not funny. It's just, I have a weird sense of humor. Please don't pay me no attention. Please don't. Because this is no joke. Not at all.
To escape? No. Could they try? Difficult. Because they would have to go through a series of security rings.
Cecot was built with its own infrastructure in an isolated area, including an electrical and sewage system to prevent external interference. In case of an electricity cut or water supply issue, the cisterns and power plants will maintain operations for up to a week.
I'm so excited. We're gonna be face to face with the most dangerous criminals in the world. It is pretty tense. We are entering one of the modules now.
You are seeing the third and fourth modules next to each other. An offender who enters one of these buildings never exits through these doors.
Just listen to what he just said. An offender who enters one of those doors never exits. Never exits. Damn.
In a few steps, we'll be surrounded by more than 2,500 inmates. It's like stepping in the middle of controlled chaos.
What in the... Did you just see all them people in that cell? No. Don't know, but I want to go to jail in El Salvador. Let's continue.
Intense.
Their eyes are all on me, following my every step.
Getting an eye contact with them. There are so many of them. I'm speechless. I can't help but feel unease. All of them wear white shirts, shorts, and slippers. They don't have any other belongings.
Most are barely out of their early 20s and convicted of serious offenses. Even the most infamous criminals in history have an average of 20 to 30 proven victims. But here, some of the inmates are responsible for...
He said most are not even out of their early 20s and 30s. Have multiple victims. Could you imagine being 20 and stuck in there? Let's unpack this. This is real. This is business too. I told you everything I bring revolves around business. You just got to open your eyes. Pay attention. That right there, could you imagine 20 years old, 30 years old, stuck in that? Let's continue.
Hundreds of innocent people's lives.
Can I ask the inmates something?
No. If you have any questions, I can answer them for you.
If they try to communicate with me now, what are you going to do?
I'm not going to allow them. They know from them that subsequently there may be a penalty for not abiding by an instruction.
I'm curious to know which of these group leaders I'll be interviewing.
It is forbidden for us to pass this yellow line because these are one of the most dangerous human beings on earth.
Without the bars between us, everyone knows exactly what could happen. There are 32 cells in every one of the 8 modules making up the mega prison. Each cell holds around 80 inmates, but the number can go as high as 150. Despite not being at full capacity, the inmates only have 0.5 square meters of personal space each. Prisoners do not have any ventilation rights or courtyards to walk outside their cell.
My boy. Man. That's all you got.
Each inmate here have been given one of the longest sentences you can even imagine in your life. The only thing that doesn't change that all these inmates will never get outside. They will never see sunlight. The only people are authorized to get inside and outside are the personnel and sometimes media like us. They will never ever leave this building. If you see their look, you can see the emptiness in their soul. They don't have any hope towards future. They look very robotic. Their life is so monotone.
This open corner is their toilet area.
They have like 2 toilets for 80 inmates. It's literally humiliating these inmates, like their whole
Just seen that? That's the toilet.
confidence is disciplined here.
The same place where they use the toilet.
Look at that. For all them people, 1 toilet. For all them people, 1 toilet.
Is also where they take showers. To clean themselves, they use plastic dippers in a single shared basin. There's no running water in the cells, so the prisoners have to rely on 1 blue barrel for drinking water.
Where they sleep is these metal bunks. No pillow, no mattress. Each prisoner receives just the bare essentials.
No pillow, no mattress. 1 toilet. A well to wash up with pans.
A white sheet, a uniform.
Look at this shit. That's how they sleep at night. And the top is open, no sunlight, lights 24 hours a day.
Socks, slippers, and a towel. That's it.
The prisoners spend their entire days on their 4-level bunk beds. They have stacked tightly, like items stored in a warehouse. As part of hygiene and order, inmates are shaved every 2 weeks by personnel. Long hair or beards aren't just unhygienic, they can also hide sharp objects.
Let's take a look. Take off your shirt and line up here.
Now they are taking their shirts off.
These inmates were once part of the MS-13.
Okay, I was mistaken. There's 2 toilets because they got 2 of them basins for them to shower in. So there's a toilet on each side of those basins for all those people. I guess it's better than one toilet.
And Barrio 18 gangs, which controlled the neighborhoods of El Salvador. These 2 rival gangs spent years extorting money from locals and causing great suffering to Salvadorans.
There is Barrio 18, MS-13 gangs all together in one cell.
That's right, just like that. The entire module is the same. They all live like this.
Outside, entering each other's neighborhood could mean being torn apart. Yet here, they are side by side until their last breath.
How do they live without attacking one another?
They have to learn how to live together. Here, they are in a prison. They are not on the street.
Most of the inmates have tattoos covering their entire bodies, even including their faces, showing their loyalty structure. For MS-13, tattoos often include initial letters or the number 13. Members of the other gang use symbols like 18 or 666, which add up to 18 and symbolize the devil, or they use Roman numerals. Having gang tattoos on
one principal thing I want you to realize too. A lot of these people were in America. These are a lot of them that was sent out of here. These people were going to wind up here forever in our prisons. How do you think the dynamics of our jail systems in America with this influx of quote unquote alleged dangerous people would have changed our prison systems, let alone America? Insane. Migrants. Tisk, tisk, tisk. Let's continue.
face is a clear sign that they are one of the most ruthless and high-ranking members of the organization. Crossing paths with such a person on the street is the same as staring death in the face. A spiderweb tattoo represents being caught in the web of justice and serving a long prison sentence. The devil horns tattoo is a dark symbol that represents these individuals' worship of the devil. Some even claim that they carried out their actions under the devil's command. A teardrop tattoo signifies that the person has ended someone's life. The number of teardrops indicates how many lives they've taken. If there are 3 teardrops, it suggests that the tattoo's owner has taken so many lives that they've lost count. With the phrase, "laugh now, cry later," these masks or clown tattoos send a clear message. Stay strong in the face of hardship now and deal with the consequences later.
Are all these people truly bad?
They're on another level, high-profile criminals who will never change their mentality.
If you look at the upside, there's a catwalk area.
Guards consistently watch over the inmates from this elevated spot above the cells. If anything suspicious occurs, they will intervene while an extensive network of cameras observes every corner 24/7, ensuring nothing goes unnoticed. The modules are kept lit all day and night.
You see that? Cells upon cells like that. Cells upon cells. This is only one module. That's the crazy thing. And they have multiple modules. Just like this. Nasty work. Nasty work.
For monitoring. When the sun goes down, the lights stay on all the time.
They are constantly being observed. I think this is one of the hardest things. When they try to sleep, they use their towels and cover their eyes to block the light. Preacher here is teaching some of the important lessons from the Bible to the inmates. They're doing physical exercise over here. There's a trainer there. This is the only time these inmates get out of their cells.
These activities take place for a total of 1 hour per week, under the watch of armed guards. For the rest of the time, they are locked inside. They used
That's the exercise? What is this shit? Tisk, tisk, tisk. Let's continue.
To control the streets. Now, they can't even take a step with their free will.
It's a rotating schedule. There's not enough space, so they can't all go out on the same day.
Has there ever been a chaotic incident when these inmates were outside of their cells?
So far, nothing.
Whenever we focus the camera on a cell, we often catch a prisoner silently mouthing words. Even behind bars, gang members attempt to send orders to the outside. This prisoner was doing just that, but we censored him to block the message. Despite the crackdown, these groups still hold significant power outside. Rumors suggest they have played.
Quick question. If you was in there, would you have censored it? Or would you let them? I wonder. I don't think he censored it. I think they censored it, period. But, you know, he's probably going to do it regardless because he don't know what he's saying or what he's doing. He don't want nobody hurt. But I'm pretty sure you going inside that jail, they don't just let you put anything out. They probably watch that shit before you, like, no, you got to take that out. You got to do that. I'm pretty sure if that's high level security like this, come on. Come on, man. This is crazy. That little ass, they let them come out there.
For taking revenge by targeting innocent people. But in response, the authorities threatened to impose even harsher measures on imprisoned members.
If they do that, there won't even be one meal in prison. Uno. I swear to God, they won't eat a grain of rice.
What? He just said they won't eat one grain of rice. That's the president of El Salvador right there. He just threatened if they commit any acts of violence on behalf of those people in prison, that he will starve them. They will not eat one grain of rice. That, my friends, is diabolical.
See how long their homeboys last inside.
Here they get 3 meal times: breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Breakfast is usually beans and rice. For lunch, they get white rice and pasta. And dinner's pretty much the same. The only thing that changes is the drink. There's no nutritious food like chicken or meat. This is the lunch.
Wait, no nutritious food like chicken or meat? Yeah, you go in there, you sent there to die. You need, unless they're giving them some type of supplements. Listen to me. Unless you're getting a supplemental for the meats that you're being deprived, the iron and the nutrients that comes with them, no diddy to meats, chicken, poultry, fish, cow, whatever. You, my friend, they ain't even giving them no soy mixed with nasty.
It's rice, pasta, and 2 tortillas.
Does the menu vary from day to day?
No.
Is it the same every day?
It's always the same. It's for freshmen.
Okay. It's a sugary drink. I'm going to taste it for myself.
Inmates must eat with their hands and clean their plates before returning them. With a diet lacking in protein, many likely suffer from nutritional deficiencies. Before starting our interview with an inmate, I want to show you one more place that is even more extreme than what you've seen so far.
Here we are in the isolation cell area. If inmates break a rule, they can be sent to these isolation cells according to the legislation. The law gives me the right to keep the prisoners in isolation for up to 15 days. These cells have sealed doors. Through this grid, I can see them and identify who's inside. We serve food here, and we also use this space to put handcuffs on them before opening the door to move them from here to their cell.
Welcome to the isolation cell. If an inmate misbehaves, this is where he ends up. He won't know the time or how much longer he'll be kept inside. For days or even weeks, he sleeps on this concrete bed without ever leaving. They are cut off from the outside world, left alone with nothing but their thoughts.
This is where they supply their water. There's a water basin here. They take their water here, and this is where they pee.
The basin for drinking water and the toilets are located side by side. The toilet looks recently used and dirty, suggesting that this cell has recently been used. The only light they have is this little hole that barely lets the sunshine in. This openness is also the sole source of fresh air.
What is the most challenging thing about isolation room, according to you?
Look at that shit. No, that's inside the room with you once they close the door. It's not a black screen. That's what happens when they close that door. This is all you see. Imagine that. They put you in that cell, the isolation cell, and this is it. Complete darkness. Other than that little hole. You got to find that little toilet in that basin in to wash up and drink your water out of at the same time. In that complete and utter darkness. You know what the crazy thing is? You know, this would never, ever bother a blind person. No, it wouldn't. It's dark all the time.
Inside, you don't even see your hands. So when someone is isolated, it is necessary for them to have something, a book, anything, to keep their mind clear. But here, they don't have access to any of that. No matter how tough a criminal is, this kind of isolation breaks them. This is necessary for the type of offenders that we have here. People who once played God by deciding who would live and who wouldn't live deserve the worst punishment. We don't show them mercy. They can ask for forgiveness, and may God forgive them. But here, justice must be served for so many victims, and it's the least they deserve.
Now we're going to interview the inmate known as Cecot. He has a 34-year criminal history and has spent the last 25 years as a high-ranking member of an organization.
10 minutes. You only have 10 minutes.
12 guards are barely enough to ensure the safety around this inmate.
Remove the mask.
What is your name?
My name is Marvin Ernesto Medrano Vasquez.
How old are you?
I'm 41 years old.
You don't look 41. You look younger, like 35.
That's a good thing that you told me, because I feel old.
Can I see your tattoos?
I'm at 13.
When did you join this crime organization?
In 2004, but I started my criminal record since I was 11 years old.
How did you first become involved?
When somebody's born with just a mom and the mom is working, you look for the streets. You look for somebody to help you out. I said, oh, my mom's poor, I need some shoes, I need some clothes, and I started robbing. Then I need a father figure because I didn't grow up with my father. And then I looked the group of gangs. Then I did a side, and I came right here to El Salvador, trying to change my life, but I seen that there were more gangs right here, and I started doing the same thing I did upstate, and I got locked up. I've always been one of them persons that wanted to accomplish the things that they put.
You heard what he just said? Y'all didn't quite hear him, did you? Y'all didn't quite hear him. Did you hear what he just said? He said he committed a homicide when he was young, left and went to El Salvador. So he's actually from America. Caught a PD, man down, a body, dipped to evade going to jail, went to El Salvador, and became 10 times worse. Went to El Salvador and became 10 times worse. Imagine that. That's what he just said. When he left from upstate. You're not paying attention? He's from America.
put in their mind, and I accomplished everything I had to do right here. But I'm right here. This is how the devil pays the people.
Is it true that to join this crime organization, you need to end someone's life?
Yeah.
But the first one must be one of your relatives, right?
Yeah, because you got to gain territory for your gang. I lost my mom, my dad, my son, everything right here because of the gangs. When I could be with my family, upstate, the United States, a better life. But, we took wrong decisions, and this is the cause of this. That's why I tell the youth, go to school, listen to your mom, listen to your dad. Don't live this life that we live right here. There's no way out.
How many people's lives have you ended? Is it 5 or 10? How many?
No, if you talk about what you used to do in the jails after, it probably get a few, more than 50. You gotta do it sometime.
More than 50. More than 50 people, allegedly.
Times.
How did you become cold-blooded and merciless in time?
I can't really respond you with that question.
How do you feel about not seeing your family forever since you're in Cecot?
I feel bad because I seen my son the last time when he was 5 years old, and he's 21 years old right now. I want to see him. I want to tell him, don't do the same things that your dad did. Look for a good life.
People who have fallen victim because of you will never see their loved ones again. You will also never see your family. How do you cope with emotions like missing someone?
I feel bad. Sometimes, like I tell you, I lay down on my bed and I think a lot of things, and sometimes I cry.
What is your...
He feel bad. Sometimes he lays on his bed and he cries. I'm going to repeat that. After allegedly 50 people, he feels bad because he's in Cecot. And guess what? You're never going to leave there again. Now he got time to reflect. He sits on his bed sometimes and he cries like a little baby. Tis. Let's continue.
Motivation to stay alive here?
To one day change my life and look for God in my life, and I tell God, forgive me because I did some things.
Okay. Finally, we see the sunlight. Honestly, Cecot is a place you will never wish to end up in, even as a visitor. But for the people...
Yeah, I believe that. 100%. That's a place you wouldn't. You see that shit? You see that shit? All them people in that cell? Nah. 100% I believe that. That's a place you don't want to ever end up in, because you know you're never, ever going to leave. Nasty work. Nasty work. Never, ever going to leave that shit. Man, I don't even know what to tell you, because that right there is ill. Ill. Just like the fucking Illmatic song from Nas, the album. It's not just Stillmatic, it is Illmatic. Don't ever want to wind up in that shit. Never, ever, ever. But I want to ask you, did you expect that dude because I watched a big part of it, but I didn't really watch to the end because I had some things going on. And that part at the end where he said he was from up north, caught a man down, went out there, then joined the gang, and became 10 times worse. Allegedly, he 50 people, and he's only 41. Listen, time is now. All them people look to the Most High. Hopefully they pray every night and they ask forgiveness for the things that they have done, because that right there, we ain't going out like that. Time is now. D-class students down, time is now. From the bottom to the top. This is it. This is why I tell you, you got to plant them seeds. Because the one who plants them seeds, knowing there's a chance he or she might not sit in that tree shade, has just begun to understand the meaning of life. The meaning of life is to get to that bag. There's a big business bag out there for all of us to get. Become big businessmen and big business women. Nothing more, nothing less. Time is now. I don't know what just happened. Light just went out and shit. That was weird. That was really weird. I don't understand what the hell is going on with that. Why I did that, but whatever. There's a chance we might not sit in that tree shade, but our peoples will forever. That tree will produce more seeds, which will produce more trees and more shade forever. We all can't sit on the top of the throne, no diddy, the summit. But guess what? We can most definitely be comfortable and or wealthy forever. It's big business here. It's time to come up. It's time to capitalize. Nothing else don't matter. You already know what it is. It's your boy, TW at Tw.GeezNews. Holla at me. Oh, I almost forgot. I didn't tell you earlier what the name was of the show. I was messing around. All right. The name of the show is actually now. I still ain't telling your monkey ass. God damn it. Not yet, man. Just keep one thing in mind. We don't listen to them people no more that lie to us. We don't listen to one side of the platform no more. Listen to both sides, come to our own conclusions from here on out. This shit is real. And don't want to end up in Cecot. Nobody don't want to end up in Cecot prison. Once you go in, you don't never come out. After these messages, now I'll be right. We don't play that bullshit. No. We don't play that bullshit. Fuck around, get a full clip. We don't play that bullshit. You fuck around, get your ass killed. Broken bullets when it's wartime. Wartime, least
to broken bullets. Broken bullets when them slugs project. Look here, boy, we let off rounds. Broken bullets when them shells eject. Them shells eject, boy, and hit the ground. They hit the ground. They hit the ground. Them shells eject, boy, and hit the ground. Told you niggas not to fuck with me. I thought I told you, nigga. Told you niggas not to fuck with me. I thought I told you.